Good morning, I'm Alex Day, and welcome to this Newsfile update. Ex-Sunwing pilot Miroslav Granic pleaded guilty in court Tuesday to having control and care of an aircraft while impaired. The Slovakian man was seen stumbling onto the plane and was later found passed out in his seat before the flight was scheduled to take off. The flight was scheduled to depart on December 31st with 2 stops before landing in Cancun. Granic says he can't even describe how ashamed he is. The case will resume on April 3rd. Premier Rachel Notley says she won't bring a consumption tax to Alberta without campaigning it first. This comes after Saskatchewan Premier Brad Wall said his government will consider using the tactic to reduce a budget deficit. Notley says her party has kept loyal to its campaign promises of raising corporate taxes and taxes on the wealthy. Alberta is the only province without a second sales tax. The National Energy Board is investigating an oil spill in a storage unit east of Edmonton. The board says the main focus of the investigation is to figure out how long the tank had been leaking before it was noticed. The amount of oil that was spilled won't be released until the cleanup is complete. The NEB says they have staff on site to monitor the company's response to the spill. And the base structure of Calgary's new downtown library is finished. Calgarians were invited to the Central Library's location to sign the last beam before it was placed in the structure. The beam will be a time capsule filled with messages, poems, and well wishes from people all over the city. The $245 million project is scheduled to be complete by late 2018. According to public opinion, the Olympic Flames should ignite in Calgary again in 2026. A Post-Media poll found that 61% of surveyed people want the Games to come back to Calgary. 6 months ago, a bid committee was formed and given $5 million to explore the option. The volunteer committee will present their pitch to City Council in July. Let's take a look at the weather today. Here in Calgary, it's about 13 degrees and mostly sunny. There's a bit of a wind coming in at 20 kilometers an hour from the south, and we're looking forward to some sun all weekend long. On to the Alberta map. So as you can see, there's not too many really cold temperatures as we move forward towards spring. A little bit warmer down in the south in Calgary, Medicine Hat, and Lethbridge. And as you move north, there are some snow flurries in Fort McMurray and in Red Deer, with a little bit of cooler temperatures just below 0. Let's take a look at the 5-day forecast for Calgary now. So tonight it's going to rain a little bit, mainly cloudy, 5 degrees high, 2 degrees low. The rest of the week it's going to be sunny. We have 9 degrees tomorrow, Sunday 11, Monday 13, and Tuesday 11, all with lows of just above 0. Now let's take a look at the traveler's forecast. Vancouver is warm but cloudy, sitting at 10 degrees. It's quite the opposite in Ottawa, where the sun is shining but the temperature is -13. In Toronto it is -6, and in Halifax the clouds are blanketing the sun and the temperature is 3 degrees. Calgary Flames rookie Matthew Tkachuk was suspended for 2 games for his elbow to the head of LA Kings defenseman Drew Doughty. The punishment was announced Monday night after Tkachuk made his case in front of the Player Safety Board. The board says that the young star has to be responsible for his actions, whether he meant to elbow Doughty or not. Tkachuk currently leads the Flames with 96 penalty minutes on the season. Hockey Calgary has issued an apology for the coin flip ruling that ended a Bantam AA quarterfinal game on Saturday night. The group says it is truly disappointed in the way things turned out and is apologizing to everyone affected by the decision. The losing head coach of the Calgary Royals, Jarvis Bender, says the hardest part was telling 19 teenagers that all of their hard work over the season would come down to a coin flip. Canada has clinched first place in the playoffs at the World Women's Curling Championship in Beijing. Ottawa's Rachel Homan beat Anna Kubiskova from the Czech Republic Wednesday to have a 9-0 record. The Canadian women will play Italy and Denmark on Thursday in their final matches of the round robin. The playoffs begin on Friday. And the madness continues as the NCAA tournament is headed into the Sweet 16. There are all kinds of upsets this year, the biggest one being the takedown of reigning champion Villanova, who came into the tournament as the team most likely to win it all. Duke and Louisville were 2 other top-ranked teams that didn't make it past the second round. The tournament will continue on Thursday as the remaining 16 teams vie for a spot in the Final Four. Those are today's top stories. I'm Alex Day. Stay in touch with Newsfile anytime and listen to our radio station live at media.sate.ca.